Basement Politics with Freddy Vazquez. Election 2021, the results. Well, the unofficial results. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, depending on the time you're watching this podcast. But if you're live with me, good evening. Today, I have a special guest with me. Her name is Madison. She's my 10-year-old daughter, and I wanted to have her on the show because I think we're discussing some important issues. Tonight, we'll be discussing the elections that occurred last night and the results, or what the results are so far. Technically, they're not the official results. They still are counting or having to finalize the count on the absentee ballots. So the numbers I give you here tonight are not official, and they can change. They could change. So I just want to put that out there first. So anyway, good evening. Welcome to the show, Basement Politics, and I have my daughter as my special guest. Say hello, Madison.
Hi.
Hi. She's usually more talkative, but tonight she's not. Well, she's going to join me. She's going to help me co-host the tonight's podcast on the results of the elections. Um, these elections were, they were very much talked about. I mean, since back in June with the primaries, there was a lot to the primaries, particularly with the city council president's race and District 4. The race between Carlos Burgos and John Rubo. So I know for myself, I found it to be very interesting, and I was looking forward to November 2nd after the primaries to see who would be the ones that would be representing the city of Yonkers. So I want to start with the city races, and we're talking about Yonkers City Council race, and I'll start with District 2. And I want to start with District 2 because that one just had the least votes. I guess I did that. So that's why I started with District 2. That was the race between Corazon, Pineda, Isaac, and somebody named Henry Barbera. Anyone know who he is? Madison, do you know who he is?
No clue.
He was representing a party that was created just for him, from what I'm understanding. I didn't realize you could just create a party. Can you do that? Can anyone just go and create a party, say, hey, you know what, I want to run for office, but, the Democrats won't mess with me. The Republicans won't mess with me. So I'm going to create my own party. So this person, Henry Barrera, Henry Barrera, am I saying it in Spanish? Created or someone for him created the HBP party. Does anyone know what that means? What does that stand for? Well, he got 69 votes. So there are a few members of that party, which came out to 6% of the votes. Corazon, she blew him away. She got 981 votes from the Democrats and 100 votes from the working class party. Is it working class party? And so she totaled 94% of the votes, right? The gentleman, Henry Barrera, got only 6% of the votes to his newly created political party. So if you're listening, Henry, I'd like to talk to you about that. Maybe I can help you out. We can make it big. Compete with the other guys. So that was that race. So congratulations to Corazon. That was a hard fought race there. Just kidding. So let's move right on. District 4. Another quiet. These races, they have more action in the primaries, actually. Well, at least District 4, the race there. But District 4, John Rubo, who won in the primaries, obviously, was challenged by a lady by the name of Lenora John Balaj. Lenora John Balaj. Anyone know who that is? I didn't see any signs. Did you not want to win? I didn't see any signs. She received 321 votes from the working The working party, class party. I forget. That's total to 16% of the votes, and John just blew her away. He got 1,734 votes from the Democrats in District 4 for a total of 2,055 votes in that district. 2,055 votes. By the way, I just want to go back to District 2. There was a total of 1,150. District 2, you guys got to step your game up. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why District 2. You guys have a lot going on over there, okay? There's a lot of crime, and it's not your fault. I'm not saying that it's all your fault and everyone in District 4. However, if you are part of that district, you need to come out and make change, right? And in order to do that, part of that is voting. That's just one tool to making change. There are many tools, but definitely voting is one of the important ones. And if you only have not even 1,200 people coming out to vote, I mean, and I'm not saying anything against you know the council member that represents that district. I'm just saying, you have to be more involved. People have to be more involved. You agree, Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just something I want to point out. And District 4, you guys didn't do too much better. I mean, there's 2,000 people, and hey, maybe that's all that lives there. So 2,000 people in District 4, District 2. I can't imagine in District 2. I mean, there's got to be. You look, in one bus stop, there's like at least 1,150 kids coming off one of those stops. You know what I'm saying? Parents from all different schools. So I got to be a lot more than that. So you have to be involved. People have to come out. You have to participate in this process, in the democratic process. And it's important more now than ever because we seem to be losing a lot of our freedoms and a lot of our rights. God forbid one day we lose the right to vote. You don't care. Only 1,100 people came out anyway. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, John Rubel won, blew this Lenora away. He got 84% of the votes. So congratulations to John Rubel. He was at the celebration last night at the Castle Royale, I believe the Democratic headquarters, where they were waiting the results and waiting to either celebrate or to not celebrate. But John celebrating. He won. He won, and so is Corazon. She won too. So congratulations to you two. Awesome. That's great. I mean, you guys blew them away. Uh, Moving on. Now, District 6. And in District 6, I take a little bit more interest in it because I have a business located in District 6. And that's the race between Democrat Tim Hodges, former police chief here in Yonkers, and the incumbent Republican Anthony Moranti. And by the way, I've been saying, I think your name a little bit wrong, and spelling it wrong, but I got it now. It's Moranti. Uh, it's tied. It is a close race. It's literally neck and neck. They both receiving 50% of the votes so far, what's been counted. All the precincts have reported in. So they're now waiting the absentee ballots to be completely counted. And so that one's going to be very close. It's going to come down to the very last vote. And, I would imagine if Tim were to pull it off, that Moranti, as much money as he spent, will want to, challenge that. And why not spend a little bit more money, get lawyers and all that. And he would want to challenge that. So, it's that close. So I don't anticipate on having final, although I've been announcing that Tim won because he's technically up by 9 votes. But that's not technically official. So I will say that, and that's the truth. But anyway, the votes Tim Hodges received from Democrats, 2,122 votes, 43% of the votes from the conservative. And now, by the way, he was criticized by Moranti for claiming to be a conservative Democrat. Moranti said that was an oxymoron. And why is that? Why can't you be a conservative Democrat? I like to think, although I don't really like to claim parties, it's just a title to me, and I support people on both sides. So I think that you can be conservative and still be a Democrat. I mean, you can't. You have to just be one way. You have to align all the way, all the time. I can't imagine who here listening just agrees with someone on every single thing. I mean, your husband, your wife, your kid, nothing. You don't do that with anyone. So, I mean, that's impossible. And I think you can be a conservative because you have some conservative values. I do. I do. I wasn't always conservative, you know. I used to be a lot liberal, a lot more liberal. But no, I've gotten a little conservative, maybe because I've become a dad. I've become an older gentleman, a more matured. Not to say that liberals are immature, just saying that I understand things a little bit differently, and I'm a business owner also, so I understand things from that perspective. But again, to each his own, and I'm not judging anyone. And I just think that I don't think it's an oxymoron. I think you can be both. I mean, me. What do I know, right? I'm Freddy. Vazquez, who doesn't know anything. And I get someone to agree with me. Thank you. I agree. He agrees with me. See? Or she? See? They agree with me. I got people to agree with me. So I know a little something, I guess. Anyway, so Moranti, he received from the Republicans 2,360 votes, 48% of the votes from the Common Sense Party. Common Sense Party. Who belongs to the Common Sense Party? Tell me you belong. Put in a comment. I want to know who. You better have common sense, right? Because that seems like that's missing here. So I want to know who's in that party. He got 93 votes. Moranti received 93 votes from the Common Sense Party, 2% of the votes, for a total of 2453 to Tim's 2462, a difference of 9. And guess what, Yonkers GOP? I saw you guys on Instagram. You guys got it wrong. You said you get back to me and you gave me a thumbs up. What does that mean? You get back to me shortly. It's been a while. I was simply telling you guys had the numbers flipped. He could lose. He could lose. Tim could lose. I know you guys want Moranti to win. You guys are the GOP, and that's cool. And I'm not against that. But I'm just telling you, you guys had your numbers wrong. So there you have it. So a total of 4,915 people came out to vote in that district. That's a little better. That's more like it, right, Maddie?
Yeah, more people came out.
That's right. And what does that mean?
That means that we have more people voting.
And what does that mean?
We have more votes.
Yes, that means more people participated, right? So that's good. We want people to participate in this process. It's very important that you understand the process, especially if you want to make change. You have to understand it inside and out. Okay. You can't just, listen to this person and go with what they say or listen to that. You have to understand the process inside and out. And we're learning. And that's why I have my daughter here, because I want her to learn. Maybe one day she'll be a judge. You guys will vote for her? Madison Vazquez, vote row 6A. I don't know, making that up. So anyway, moving along now to the city council president race. That one, right? Lakeisha declared victory. But Ron Matten, has not conceded. He's not going to, he's refusing to concede. He's not going to say he didn't win or give up. He still says he's in there. It's not over till it's over. Trying to be politically correct. So it's not as close as District 4, and Lakeisha has claimed victory. She would tell you that she won, and she would make you believe that. Lakeisha received 9,104 votes from Democrats, 50% of the votes. She received the Working Class Party 695 votes, 4%, for a total of 9,799 votes, 54%. Whereas Ron Matten received 8,124 votes from the Republicans, 45% of the votes. And the Common Sense Party came out again for 333 votes, 2% or 2% of the votes, for a total of 8,457 votes, for a total of 18,256 total votes. People came out to vote for that. Again, we're still waiting on absentee ballots to be counted in, so that's technically not official. However, Lakeisha Collins Bellamy has declared victory, and anyone that supported her will tell you the same. I've declared her victory. Have you seen my pages? And not necessarily because that's, I think she won, and I think she's gonna win. I don't see, I like Ron Matten. We've talked a lot, but it's not about who I like or dislike. It's about the numbers and what it is. And now I want people to see this speech by Lakeisha Collins Bellamy last night at the Castle Royale. I thought it was very great. Very, it's inspiring. I like the story. I know I like the story. However, we don't vote for the story, right? We vote for the platform. And so, however, it isn't. I love the story, so I wanted to play her speech here for you guys. And please let me know in the comments if for whatever reason you can't hear it, um, because I want to make sure you guys can hear that. So this is Lakeisha Collins last night speaking in front of a crowd of supporters at the Castle Royale right there on Waverly. Okay, apparently I'm not having any sound. I'm having some trouble when I share it from a different. I'm sorry. A different source there. For some reason, I try to get that sound and see if I can get it working in a little bit. But yeah, she gave a pretty impressive speech there. Well, I like what she had to say. She said she talked about just being an example and being a representing that her win represents a lot more than just her winning the city council race, but it represents that someone that can, that grew up in poverty. As many know, she was born in Yonkers and grew up in Cottage Gardens apartments, which is now partially torn down as it's having being redeveloped. And I know the area, right? I grew up not too far from Cottage Gardens apartments, and I'm Buena Vista there, and so I have friends there, and I knew the area very well, and it was rough. It was a tough area to grow up in. We don't dream of becoming politicians or being up in city hall. We're more concerned with staying out of city jail. And it's just the reality of where we come from. So it's very impressive for anyone, to be able to accomplish that given the obstacles. And that's not to say that these are excuses that we should make. And I'm not, because I'm someone, and I didn't choose to make excuses, excuse me, for anything, and I go out there and get it. So, but it's impressive, and it represents that, because there are little girls that will be growing up in projects like that, and they will look up to that, and they will see, you know, that they can too become city council president, maybe mayor, and even the president one day. So, hopefully I can get that audio there going. But it was excellent speech. At least that part of it, I definitely loved because of the message. And so I hope that we'll see more of that in the future, right? And my daughter here, who I hope one day will be something big, whatever it is that she wants to do. She knows that she can do it, right, babe?
Yeah.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A painter.
A painter. Yeah. Well, she's made a lot of messes on the floor with paint there. So moving on. So I want to get to the county legislator races. And I'll just go over the ones that were pretty much uneventful. I guess in politics, uneventful is good. And so I'll start with District 14. David Tubiolo and was is the winner there. Democrat David Tubiolo was started out his political career as a Republican, who I've met at events prior to becoming a Democrat. So I've known David, and prior to that, and so he went unopposed. No one challenged David. There was no Republican there to say to challenge him, I guess. So he's the winner there in District 14. Congratulations to David. And by the way, I should be having David Tubiolo on the show soon, so I will be working to schedule that very soon. So look out for that if you are a supporter of David Tubiolo, or if you're not, let him know. All right. District 15. Actually, you know what? Let's move to the unopposed. Jose Alvarado, District 17. He beat out London Reyes in the primaries for District 17, as some may know, some may not know. That race was very eventful. However, this one was uneventful, and he went unopposed in the general race, and he won. Congratulations, Mr. Alvarado, who heads up the Parks Department as well. Also does the Youth Bureau, the Westchester Youth Bureau. They had a pretty cool tennis program over there on a park in near North Broadway. Christopher Johnson, District 16. He went unopposed as well. He won. So congratulations to him. I saw Christopher Johnson exiting the event last night, so I didn't get a chance to say hello to him. But he, congratulations to him. He won. He represents the area. I had him on the show before. A pretty large area, all Yonkers, and a lot of that area encompasses, areas that are impoverished, and that need some work. And I hope that that could be something that we look forward to there, from Mr. Johnson. Now, District 15. District 15. I'm gonna go to District 15 because I think that was the very most the very exciting and interesting one, especially at the end there. That's the race between Republican James Nolan and Democrat incumbent Ruth Walters. Again, some may know, some may not know. Recently, allegations came out of about Ruth Walters and having to do with racism, discrimination. Calling the police, Bronxville police, or making a police report on someone who worked prior on a campaign. And was not paid. According to the allegations, the person sent text messages requesting that they be paid, but Ruth Walters felt that they were aggressive, or maybe even threatening, but they were definitely unwanted, and they kept coming. So she filed a report. However, they did resolve it right away. She agreed to pay the person how much, the amount that they were owed. They paid, she paid, and they moved on. The allegation surfaced up recently with a sharing of the police report, first on the Yonkers Voice. He shared a police copy of, sorry, report copy that was not redacted, had no, so all the information was on there. I then shared it on my page, Basement Politics, although I did share the redacted copy. And then she had an endorsement taken away. Uh, the Coalition for a More Tolerant Westchester initially endorsed Ruth Walters, uh, and decided to they revoke their endorsement and give it over to her challenger, James Nolan. And and put up a post and a nice message there for James Nolan, stating that he's as a private citizen, he's been out in the community, creating change and pushing for legislation to better the overall quality of life for all residents of Yonkers and Bronxville. So they put their support on him, and he claimed victory. He claimed victory last night, and we'll get into that. As a Republican, James Nolan received 4,227 votes, 46% of the votes, and received 603 votes from the Conservative Party at 7%, for a total of 4,830 votes, or 53% of the votes. Ruth Walters received 4,043 votes from the Democrats, 44% of the votes, and 313 from the Working Class Party, totaling 3% of the votes, for a total of 4,356 votes. So yeah, and I don't know, maybe the allegations hurt her. I don't know. Again, it's not over till it's over, but I believe that James is going to win there. And, congratulations to James Nolan. He has a great story there also. I love people who can turn tragedy to triumph. That's one of my wife and I's little sayings there, turning tragedy to triumph. And he's done that, and he's really worked hard there, and he deserves it, and he earned it. And he was out there, and he spoke to the people. He's been doing things. He's very, very, very visible. He doesn't have to speak about it. It speaks for himself. And that's the kind of candidates and people I want to see elected. Me personally, I don't know about you, but me personally, that's the kind of candidates. And again, he's a Republican, right? And I've leaned my support in District 6 on Tim Hodges. I make no bones about that. However, again, I always tell people, vote for who you want to vote for, but please just vote on a well thought out, well researched, informed vote. That's all I say. So that, and Tim Hodges is a Democrat. So what does that make me? A Republican? I don't know. Whatever you want to label me. Label me. Color me bad. And the Supreme Court justices, a lot. There was many of them that won. I know Thomas Quinones won. Tom Hires. Is that, am I saying the name correctly? Won there for Supreme Court Justice. County Clerk Tim Idoni beat out Scooter Scott. Scooter Scott. Tim Idoni received 90,560 votes, 60%, 62% of the votes, while Scooter Scott received 55,704 at 38% of the votes. Scooter Scott. That's an interesting name, Scooter Scott. I think your parents, they want to mess with you there. Say that 3 times fast. Scooter Scott, Scooter Scott, Scooter Scott, Scooter Scott. So yeah. So anyway, congratulations to Tim Idoni. He beat out Shanae Williams, who challenged him in the primaries for county clerk here in Westchester. He beat her, and he moved on and won in the general election. So congratulations to you, Tim. And now I just want to talk about this interesting Proposition 4. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. Proposition 4 is about the absentee ballots. And I wanted to talk about that because as we sit here now, and as I speak, we are waiting for the absentee ballots to completely be counted and factored in so we can get the final official results from the Westchester County Board of Elections. Well, anyway, Proposition 4, which did not pass, would have required absentee voters to give a reason for their absentee vote. Now, do you agree or disagree? Well, most people disagreed and did not want to pass this and did not agree they should give a reason. However, I disagree. I disagree. I think this absentee, listen, this opens it up, and my only concern is that we have an election that's fair and that's untainted, not corrupted, not tampered with. There's no fraud, and we have to make sure that we apply every mechanism possible to in order to do that. And I can't understand why, if we look at the national elections, why we still have a problem with voting. We seem to do a lot of other minuscule, less important, superficial things, and we have a lot of technology or an infrastructure or whatever you want to call it in place to assure that it doesn't go wrong. Even like when I took the LSAT, right? The LSAT is test to get into law school. I mean, how difficult it was that I actually could not take it when I was scheduled it the first time. I had to reschedule because my license had expired. Actually, I lost my license. I lost my license. The only one I could find was an expired license, which had my picture on it and everything else. But because it was expired, I could not take the test because they needed to verify my identity. This is an LSAT test. I mean, wasn't voting for the president or voting for anyone in office. So it was just that difficult. I had to provide that and some other forms of ID, and obviously I didn't match that. Even when you go to DMV, it make it difficult to do anything. You have to have all these different forms of identity. Um, you quote it to verify your identity. So absentee ballot is a way that people can utilize it, the system to commit fraud, right? And I think that was an issue, quite possibly, in Westchester County. Yeah. So check out with the board, see what the issue was with people going up there to get ballots. And so again, so we got to make sure that we don't have, we don't allow for our process, our political democratic process to be tainted, to be corrupted. So it's not about Democrat or Republican. This is about assuring that, the votes are fair and correct and there's no fraud, right? And absentee ballot it opens the door for that. So, but it was voted no. You guys like fraud. I guess like fraud, like fraud. Let's go to the comments. I'm going to go to my wife. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Madison. Look at mommy say hi. Say hi back. Um, Look, man, baby girl looks like our first female president. Oh, there you go. I think you have to wait till you're 35. So you have 25 more years. But maybe we could change that because nowadays we can change the rules. That's just how it is. Her win represents what can be accomplished despite your circumstances. Always dream big and reach for the stars. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. That's one thing that, I was, just for me, it touches me, someone who comes from, not a whole lot. And, we're not expected to make it. And to see people that I grew up with, in situations, circumstances, that just, it's not good. It's very sad. So it's great to see that it gives hope. And also it's also, very symbolic that they have torn down the old Cottage Garden apartments and they're building the new apartments there called, I forgot what they're called. Anyway, they're similar to like the Apex apartment or something like that, but they have fitness center, rooftop deck. Imagine, imagine that we had rooftop decks and fitness centers. I didn't see nothing like that till I moved to Florida in the South. And I said, "Holy crap, this is cool." They have fitness centers in the apartments. Awesome. I never utilized it though, but I think that's awesome. That's great. And she was there at the ribbon cutting ceremony along with the mayor, I believe, John Rubo, and others. So, I think that's great. That's a great story. And let's see what happens here. Again, Ron Matson is not going to concede. He's a numbers guy. He's going to, sort through the numbers. He's going to make sure that everything is correct before he says it's over. I know it. And he has every right to, as he should, if he believes that's to be the case. So we have to really wait and see. However, again, uh, Lakeisha, I'm sorry, Collins Bellamy has declared victory. She dedicated the win in her speech at the event last night to her son, who is in high school and gets good grades, actually, from what we hear. Very good student. So he was there. She brought him up, and I think that's dope. I think that's very dope and inspiring. I'm going to try to get um, that video for here for you, because I would love to be able to show it to you guys. Let's see if we can get it up again. But anyway, that was the results of last night. No, no, I can't get it. Oh, there we go. Now let me know again. I'm sorry if I can get sound here. Not sure why my sound. I don't know. This thing. Let me see. Let me see if I can get sound. So I'm sorry about that. I had to use my headphones for some reason. It's not playing from there. Hopefully you were able to hear that. But I just want to say she thanked her opponent, Ron Matton. Ron Matton. So she thanked her opponent for bringing out the best in her. Well, again, like I said, the results are not final, are not official. So they can change. As of now, the numbers I gave you is where it stands. That's the latest. James Nolan has declared victory in his race. Lakeisha Collins Bellamy has declared victory in her race. David Tubiolo won. John Rubo won. Corazon Pineda Isaac won. They declared victory in their race. That one's close. Got to count those numbers. Just kidding. But no, they won. That's for sure in District 2, District 4. And so yeah. So and then Ruth Walters I haven't heard anything from her camp or anything like that. I don't know if she's calling it a day or if she's still gonna hang in there and see what happens. I don't know. But as it looks right now, she's lost that race. And James Nolan is the new county legislator for District 15. Congratulations to Jimmy Nolan. I've spoken many times with James Nolan. I like the guy a lot. Again, he's a hardworking guy. Can't knock that. Never. So, congratulations to you, Jimmy, there in the District 15. He covers all of Bronxville and a lot of East Yonkers, and so he'll be out there. I know he will. So there you have it. That's pretty much the results. Again, they're not official. The Westchester County Board of Elections is still counting, right? So hopefully by tomorrow, maybe, I don't know, we'll have official results. We'll know. In District 4, again, it's very close. Tim Hodges takes the lead there by four. I'm sorry, by 9 votes. 9 votes. And Yonkers GOP, you got to flip the numbers there. Change them around. Again, I understand you'll be back shortly. I get it. I know what that meant. It's not over till it's over. I get it. Just correcting you guys. You had it wrong. That's all I was doing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on Basement Politics Unfiltered Special Edition with my daughter, Madison Vazquez. Madison, say goodbye.
Bye.
Yep, there you have it. That's my beautiful daughter there. Oh, and please, if I want to remind you, I will be doing the free workshops. Okay, so I'm doing the free workshops on financial literacy, real estate, and the stock market, entrepreneurship. I get people oftentimes coming up to me asking me a lot of these questions, so I have put together a workshop. They're going to be on Saturdays for 90 minutes in person and online. Please spread the word. Let people know who may be interested. It's for ages 16 to 25. It's career building, educational, courses that they will be provided with totally free. I will be providing, pencils and pads for them to take notes. It's very informative for anyone looking to improve their money management skills or learn money management skills, or have an idea, a business idea that they just don't know how to grow that, or have a business and want to learn how to scale that business, or and grow it, and or just interested in investing in real estate, or maybe get into real estate, but they just don't know how, but have some money maybe possibly, or just you want to learn. It's just educational. We talk about everything from saving your money, a checking account, a savings account, the differences, then we could talk about stock market, equities and debt, and all that stuff, IRAs, SEP accounts, 401ks, all that good financial stuff, and the importance of it and understanding it, and saving your money. First things first, save your money, and put it away and build something. And then once you have enough money, invest that money, because money, holding on to it, it's not doesn't do much for you. Don't hoard your money. Just find smart ways to invest your money and earn different forms of revenue streams. So that's one thing we'll be talking about. Different creating revenue streams of revenue for yourself. Passive income, and the difference between not passive income, the income you have to get up every day and go to work for and earn, as opposed to the money you get when you're sleeping, all that good stuff. So it's a good program for people that are looking to learn more. I've had a lot of people come up to me and ask me a lot of different things, questions that, I said, let me just do something like this, put it together. They could come to me in person. I'll have other people there who are, in the business world, successful men and women who are also looking to possibly give opportunities to right people. Top students will, could potentially have chances of getting into certain industries or into businesses, with plumbers, electricians, also, if those who are interested in becoming a plumber, become an electrician. These are programs that I will be, kind of expanding on, along with these workshops, internships and apprenticeships for young kids, teenagers, young adults. So you have to take advantage of it. I'm putting it out there. This is when we talk about, you come from an area where you don't have many resources and opportunities. Well, hey, here's a resource and here's an opportunity. You got to capitalize on it, and so that's big, that's key, and when there is one, you have to take it. You can't just, so again, I'm offering that opportunity for completely free, Saturdays. It'll be in person and online, so you have that option. However, if you do have a preference, I suggest that you kind of register right away, because if the online spots fill up quick and it's only in person, then is in person. But so you can get more information on that by visiting the Facebook page for our nonprofit Facebook page, Push, or the People United for Social Honor. pushworldwide.org is our website. You can go on that and get more information. Now, to register, you simply email me. Email the nonprofit. It's you can email me at fvazquez at pushworldwide.org. That's F Vasquez at pushworldwide.org. We'll send you a registration form and a questionnaire. We want to get a little, some information on you. I want to know what is exactly what you're looking to get out of it and learn what you know already, if or what you don't know, where you at. We want to meet you where you are at, right? So this is for people ages between 16 and 25. You don't have to be in school. You don't have to be currently enrolled in college, even in high school if you dropped out of high school. But listen, it's hard work pays off. There's no one right way, but if you don't work hard, you're not going to do nothing. That's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? Pass this information if it's not for you, but someone that may be able to benefit from it. Please pass it along. I think it could be very beneficial for many. Again, they're free, completely free. And on Saturdays. Again, more information, go to the Push People Facebook page, People United for Social Honor, or visit the website at pushworldwide.org. Email me at fvasquez at pushworldwide.org, and my program coordinator, will get back to you. Right away. She'll send you the information that you need. You get that back to us so we can enroll you. So please, if you know someone or just share this information, just to share it in general, because there's a lot of people I think that could benefit from this. So I would like to definitely see it successful and fill with people, because I would love to have had something like this, at some point in my life. And I did eventually, I eventually had someone, and people took me under their wing, and that's all I'm trying to do, so check that out. And also David Tubiolo, again, I'm going to be scheduling him soon to come on the show. We'll just chop it up with David Tubiolo after his win, and I will be bringing on the candidates, especially after the results become official. I'm bringing on the winners onto the show, and I think some of them have agreed to come on my show first. So you'll be the first. I'll be the first to have the candidates or the newly elected officials to discuss their win in their recent election. So stay tuned and check back for that more information on the dates when we will be having those interviews. Okay, so please check out and share the show. Share the show. I'm getting a lot of positive reviews from people. I am, and I'm very humbled by it. It's like I'm very surprised. That's my wife. She'll tell you. But I appreciate it. I appreciate people coming up to me and saying that I like the show. I like what you're doing. And it's both sides, Republicans and Democrats, and I'm I'm a people person. So it doesn't matter what party or whatever that, I get along. I like building relationships. So thank you guys for the candidates and elected officials that have come on my show and stuff. So and those who have supported the show and give me the great feedback and stuff. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And please share the show. I only look to just bring more content, more information, more awareness. And I look to hear from you guys a lot more. I really want to hear from you guys. Send me the emails, not just the bochinche. I like the bochinche though. Send me the bochinche. Don't stop. I want the bochinche. I want the gossip. Send that to me too. But I want to hear a lot more from you guys. So again, I'm Freddy Vazquez. I'm here with Madison Vazquez, my daughter. This is Basement Politics Unfiltered Special Edition, the results. And I know some of y'all will be watching later. I know who you are. I know who y'all. I know the people that like to watch later. You guys don't like to come on live because y'all don't want nobody to see your names. I get it. But I appreciate your support too, even if you're not here live. Thank you. I do appreciate it. So I'll let you watch it in your privacy, and then you can tell me about it. Freddy Vazquez, Basement Politics. Folks, have a good night. We'll be back soon with newly elected officials right here on Basement Politics. Have a great night. That was funny. Well, we're out of here, Maddie. This is it. It's the end. Now you gotta get to bed. It's a school night.
You're watching Basement Politics with my dad, Freddy. You're watching Basement Politics with my dad, Freddy Vazquez.
Thank you for watching Basement Politics with my husband, Freddy Vazquez.